Hello there, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. So, in today's video is actually going to be a topic that I'm very passionate about, and that is how the beauty community has changed. How it is not really the same as it was a couple years ago, and it is really kind of sad. And I'm doing a talking video because I don't really have time to do a big makeup transformation because I have to go out later today, so. And this video was kind of really inspired by this video I'll put in the cards by Miss Rifenstine. She did a video about how the beauty community is not once was it was. And I do kind of agree with her, so I decided I would kind of add this kind of opinion and kind of forward my opinion to you guys. So, because I do have a lot of comments to make on how the beauty community has changed. And I'm going to do it very quickly because I have to leave in, let's see, about an hour. So yeah, so let's start with how it has affected me. I first really discovered the beauty community. Now, I have watched makeup tutorials for a very long time, like since I was young, as I pressed it in a video that I did last year. I have really fallen in love with the makeup through the beauty community, and it was people like Made You Look and Glam and Gore that kind of inspired me to do it, to like do makeup, and really kind of like, and being the little kid that I was like, this looks very interesting, I want to do it. And whether or not I decide to make makeup into like a full-time career, whether or not I try to do that, I would potentially like to have makeup be a part of my life, because it is one thing that really helped me get through and like have like a creative outlet through a time where I was bullied. Well, not bullied, but I had like just some very problems with like friends and stuff like that was really getting me down. And then just to like go home and put on some makeup really kind of made my day. And then I discovered like beauty gurus, like I think the first one I discovered was like Patrick Starr. And I know this is a bad one, but like James Charles and Jeffree Star, I know they are terrible people. They are terrible people, but these are the creators that have kind of pushed me to kind of express myself more, because I was going through a very big identity crisis. Because if you guys don't know, I am transgender. And at the time, I was going through a big identity crisis because I always had to, like, play along with, like, the boys and expected to, like, dress masculine and be all tough and be like an average boy. And that wasn't me. And these people really kind of really pushed me to, start this YouTube channel. And although I'm not a big creator, they pushed me into doing something that I really enjoy, and I enjoy the content that I make, and I enjoy the videos I make. And I'm not crying, I just have a runny nose. It's just that kind of season, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so it was really that the beauty community basically was part of the reasons why of the person who I am today. So now let's get into how the beauty community has changed. I feel like the first, like, as she put in this video of how saying that the beauty community is dying, I do kind of agree with her, mainly because, and I agree with her opinion because she basically expressed in her video that it's not just about like the cheese dramas and scandals and controversies. There really isn't a makeup tutorial that has not been done yet. There has not, like, everything, it got to a point where there's nothing new to create with the beauty community, and I feel like that is kind of how it kind of lost its spark from like 2016 and 2015, and which is why I kind of fell out of doing YouTube makeup tutorials. Not only because like I felt like there's already like this stuff is already out there, but is because I wasn't just really motivated enough to do makeup tutorials on YouTube. And I also feel like, as you know, that the beauty community has also turned into this kind of consumer based playground kind of thing where like a lot of influencers are getting like sent like 60 different packages a day, and every video being like, oh, this is like the best product I've ever used. This is the best product I ever used. Like, here's my affiliate link. And that just seems like used cars salesman. And I mean, like, I don't really have a vendetta against like PR packages and stuff like that, or like receiving that. I would definitely love to receive some free stuff one day as I start to grow, but there is a point where you do kind of have to draw the line because it has gotten to the point where it's not so much of like creating things anymore. It's more of like people are makeup reviews or like reviews of makeup products. And like I said, that's not a bad thing, but it's kind of like drove the creativity aspect of the beauty community kind of more downwards when instead people are wondering, is this makeup palette really worth it? And to me that just kind of feels like used cars salesman. It feels like you're watching kind of like an ad, if you know what I mean. And that is, I feel, one of the biggest problems in the community. And then you also have how much like your creators that you must know, that you 100% know and love, how many scandals and controversies they're getting into. Like, you can, at this point, you can't really get by a year without one of your creators getting into a scandal. Whether or not that was their fault, that's an entirely different story. And I know that there are a lot of influencers out there. There are some that really work their asses off and contribute and are people that like contribute to the community and stuff like that and are still having that creative expression. But there are a lot of people that are jerks, and you hear about this all the time where everyone, like, there are people that are getting called out for like racism allegations, scam allegations, plagiarism allegations, homophobia and transphobia allegations, and even those who were the one, and even pedophilia allegations, which you all know about the recent stuff that's happening, and I just feel like that's kind of sad because like these are the creators that have really encouraged me to be who I am, but then to see them like, and they gave you like a sense of belonging, a community that where you felt like you would belong, but where you don't, especially for people that haven't really been accepted by their own family. And the teaching that you get from this is that makeup is for everyone, basically. Yet you have these people who are just so wrapped up in power that they start to become jerks, and really, really big jerks and really big bullies. And I feel like the COVID-19 pandemic has also had a lot of play when it comes to the changes of the beauty community. COVID-19 has affected a lot of our lives. Like, people are losing jobs, people are losing friends, people were losing loved ones, everything having to be shut down. Like, I personally have, like, been going through a lot of anxiety during the pandemic, like having not, like, not being able to go contact with my friends or limiting that access, which I understand why we had to do that, but it's just depressing. And that so many things that I've worked my ass off for, like so many of like the clubs that I've joined had to be canceled, and that really upset me and like really depressed. And I know I'm not alone in this. A lot of people have gotten a lot of anxiety, and it was a very tough time for a lot of people. Where were the beauty community? They weren't there for us. Like, a lot of them showed very little remorse to people that have gone through stuff during the pandemic and have very little respect for COVID safety, where they were going out to parties without wearing masks, with a lot of people not social distancing, not doing any of that. While we were stuck at home wondering when things are going to get up, they were like, well, influencers gotta influence. And most of them have, like, stressed how much COVID safety is important and how important it is to stay home. Yet they were not following things. I guess they were just doing that just to get views. And honestly, I feel like we have been let down by our own community because they don't really seem to have that much of remorse for us. Which is why I don't think that we can really have the old community back. But that being said, I do feel like there are a lot of the makeup niche on YouTube won't be necessarily gone. Do you necessarily think that the makeup niche is going to kind of break up into smaller niches on YouTube? If you want to find someone that does like the paranormal in makeup, like me, go find someone that does that. If you want to find someone that does scary stories in makeup, go find that. Go find people that do scary stories and makeup. If you want to find people that do historical makeup, like historical makeup, maybe doing makeup through like different decades. I feel like that is kind of what we're going to see. And I know I'm kind of referencing from her video, but this is just, I can really relate from this video. I feel like we are going to see the makeup niche break up into these smaller niches on YouTube. There will still be a little bit of the beauty community left on YouTube, so don't give up hope. But yeah, so be sure to like this video if you can relate to this or you agree with me. And if you have any creepy stories or suggestions for stuff that you want me to talk about, be sure to send me them at scarystorieswithwinter@gmail.com. And yeah, until next time, bye.